Good morning, student. Today we will continue our previous chapter from history, chapter number 2, New Kings and Kingdoms. In previous classes, we have already discussed about that how the new kings and kingdoms emerged. And after these three kingdoms, new dynasty came to the existence. And new dynasty was that the Chola dynasties, and we have already discussed in especially in medieval period. In this chapter we discussed about the dynasty of especially in medieval period. And Chola dynasties we have discussed about who was the prominent ruler of the Cholas, how the Cholas did dynasty, what was their administration, what was their art and architectures. So today we will continue this topic, that the art and architectures. All of you open your page number 32. All of you, and let us start our topic, art and architecture. Okay. Here is images of Nataraj, and these images made by bronze material. Chola dynasties often said to be the supreme statement of Hindu art. It is a symbol of Hindu art. And temples were cultural center and the center of craft production. And these area were given Devdan or land grant by the member of the royal family. Devdan means the land given to the temples, and these land given to members of the royal family, and these land were very productive and best example of irrigation system. And if irrigation system is developed, then the production will be large scale, and these produced land maintain the temples and to specialists who work at the temples to maintain the temples, and these members live near the temples, and settlement around the temples like garland makers, cooks, sweeper, musician, dancer, etc. And even today the South Indian temples were big cultural center and a hub of economic and social activities. And these temples were not only places of worship but also the economic and social activities. Okay. Come to the next point, that the agriculture. After the art and architecture, next topic is our that the agriculture. In these dynasties, agriculture was also improved, and these dynasties used their money for एग्रीकल्चर रिफॉर्म्स मतलब कि चेंजिंग लाना, बदलाव लाना. दे वेर यूज्ड न्यू टेक्निक्स, टूल्स फॉर प्रोड्यूसिंग द agricultures. These reforms help in a strong agrarian landscape, and if these areas produce the larger scale of crops, then their economic development. Notice on the map of Chola's kingdom, if you have some knowledge about the South Indian river, that the Kaveri river, and Kaveri river has also a small channel before ending into the Bay of Bengal. The channel renewed the soil of vast flood plains year after years. You know that if any area by flooded, then after the flood, these area renewed the soils, and the fertility of soils. You know that the fertility of soils responsible for agricultural prosperity of any regions. In these area around the Kaveri, rice, many other crops were also cultivated. The existence of large number in tanks of this period also points towards agricultural prosperity. It means Kaveri river, and also in tanks in this period improved. That's why agriculture improved. The agriculture reform spread far and wide, especially for the 5th and the 6th century onward. After the 5th and 6th century, the agriculture spread all over the South India, and during this period also forests were cleared, and these areas used for agriculture, and these lands were labeled, and special agriculture tools were used. In the delta region, embankments were built to prevent floods. Embankment means like that boundary area were built to the rivers, and why these embankments were built? To prevent the floods. Canals were also constructed for irrigation the lands. With long period of sunshine, only 2 agriculture crops in a year had possible in some areas. Cholas' method to irrigate the field were put to practice. It means these irrigation method depends upon the practice, and these includes canal in the delta region, wells in some area, and tanks in other. In these area, improved built canals, wells for irrigation. These irrigation requires planning, organized labor and resources, maintenance of works, and decision of sharing of water. You know that for agriculture main requirement is water, and you know that the river area is called the fertile area. That's why any estate, any terrain developed due to the river area, and also you can say that the agriculture depend upon the monsoon season. Okay, thank you. We will continue this topic in next class. Okay.